Hi, I'm Dennis and I'm a Chief Data Scientist with more than 20 years of experience. And in this video, I'm going to cover how I take a new data scientist and integrate them into my team and help shape their career during their first year. Welcome back. To start, we have to accept that data science is a learned profession. It relies on the more experienced data scientists to teach the less seasoned data scientists and show them how models are actually developed in the real world. In other videos, you may have heard me refer to data science being no different than being a doctor or a lawyer. A lawyer on their first day on the job has a lot of academics behind them, but they really still have to go on another learning curve to understand how the law is done on a day-to-day basis. Litigation attorneys that actually go in front of judges and are in a courtroom would tell you that that's a whole other process you have to learn, and you can really only learn it while doing it on the job. So data science really is no different than that, and it relies on that mentorship. So it's really up to people like us, the more experienced data scientists, the data science leaders, to help the first years. As a side note, if you're an applicant and you are looking for one of your first data science jobs, this should also make you look for strong leadership in your teams, because the people that you're going to be working for are also going to be teaching you and not only shaping your career, but also shaping your thinking and how you approach data science in the future. When I take on a new data scientist and integrate them into my team, I usually have them start off on working on some data pipelines. Data pipelines is an excellent way to introduce somebody who has a lot of academics, but now wants to work in the data science field. The first challenge is that not all data is clean data. When you're coming from your courses and your academic work, you're coming from a place where data sets are essentially predefined for you and already ready to go. But as we all know, that's not how data works in the real world. So it's helpful to take my first year data scientist and have them work when the data is not clean, it's not always ready to go, where you have to account for outliers, you have to account for missing values. Helping them understand that process and how to work with that data is very valuable. The second part that I teach my first years is also about collecting data from different sources. One day you're working in a database, the next day you're working from PDFs or other sources that are out there. So you have to be able to teach them that flexibility to work from multiple sources. Again, that's not something that academics really teach you. Academic data tends to be pre-packaged and ready to go. So helping them understand how to build those pipelines when the data isn't always clean and the data has to come from multiple sources is very beneficial. Lastly, I also ask them to focus on repeatable systems. We don't need, unlike academics, we don't need snapshots of data. We need a continuous pipeline of data. Data that you collect today needs to be updated tomorrow and the next month and the next quarter and so on and so on. That's not something you really do in academia. There's really not a lot of school projects that require that. So helping them understand how to build repeatable systems that are going to refresh the data and how to continually work with that data is also very key in bringing on your first year data scientists. Now, let's talk about this from the perspective of the applicants that are looking to move into data science. One of the key skills that you're also going to need that I teach my first years is how to actually deploy a model. In your data science courses, you probably finished when the model gave the right answer. You showed some code, the model generated the answer that the class or the professor was expecting, and then you're done. But when you're working in the real world, you need to be able to take that model and integrate it into something else. In some cases, you'll be deploying standalone models as tools, but more often you'll be deploying an algorithm as part of a greater package or a greater need for the company that you're working for. So there's two things that you need to practice, or rather skills that you want to develop in order to take yourself to that next level. The first one is, how do you deploy a model? And most commonly, you're going to be deploying it as part of an API. So, as a coding exercise, you might want to practice creating API layers and connecting them to your models. Creating an API layer is independent of data science. There's plenty of tutorials out there that will teach you how to do it as part of a traditional DevOps type of operation. But then take those API endpoints and hook it up to your model, or make your model feed those API endpoints. That's going to be essential practice because you will need that at some point in your career, most likely in your first year. Again, this is not something you're going to learn in school. It's going to be something that you have to learn on your own, but a very valuable skill. The next skill that I emphasize with my first year is also how to create a GUI for your algorithms. Again, most classes, most schools aren't going to require you to do that. You're done when the model gives the right answer. But ultimately, users want to interact with your model. They want to get answers. They want to input new data. They want the model to create new predictions, or maybe they want the model to send them a report, generate an email, something that gives interaction between your end users, your business stakeholders, and your model. Having the skills to create those GUIs and create those interfaces is very valuable. So, to kind of close out the chain, you would practice your model development, practice putting an API layer on top of that model, and then practice creating a GUI that interfaces not with your model, but with your API layer. If you can establish that in your first year, where you develop the skills to create a GUI, to talk to an API, which is fed by your model, now you've really taken some steps forward between your academic work and becoming a professional data scientist. My last area of focus with my first year data scientist is also how to collaborate with a team of data scientists. This has a couple of different components to it. The first part is learning how to do a proper model search with your team. In academia, the models are essentially predetermined for you. You really don't have to conduct a model search. In fact, a lot of graduate courses will give you an entire course on something like regression methods. Well, that means that you never explored other models in that course because all you're doing is regression methods. So learning how to collaborate and have a proper champion model search will be a really important part to teach the first year data scientists. Along that process, you're also going to help them understand how to develop perspective and see things from other data scientists' point of views. Again, with predetermined models in classes, they've never had to debate and had to present why they think a particular model is the way to go to solve the problem. Being able to collaborate and kick ideas around with other data scientists is a very valuable skill that I try to develop in my first year data scientists. And the third component is the items that they would learn in any sort of standard IT job. I'm referring to things like stand-up meetings, code reviews, agile development or agile management if your team practices that. Those are all parts of any of a large number of data science teams, but those concepts are going to be new to your first year data scientists. So learning how to bring them along that curve is going to be very valuable, and it helps them integrate into the team that much quicker. Again, as a side note, if you're an applicant looking for one of your first data scientist jobs, then this should also make you take a keen eye to the people that are interviewing you and the leadership that you will be reporting to. The way that they train you and the perspective that they teach you is going to be very valuable, not just from a workplace perspective, but also how it's going to shape your career, your future thinking, and your future methodology. These are all going to be very key things that are happening in the first 1 to 3 years of your career. There is a lot to learn to become a proper data scientist. It's going to take some time and experience in your career in order to develop some of these skills. But it's up to us, the data science leaders, to help the less seasoned data scientists and help them develop their skills, which in turn helps develop the entire profession as a whole. I hope this video has helped you. I wish you the best in your career, and I'll see you next time.